In the last months, budget wireless headphones have become better than ever, but hear that out, $70 and you get great sound, active noise cancellation, 35 hours playback time, nice build quality, and a carrying case? Yeah, we gotta check all that. Welcome, Tech4O channel, my name is Michael, and besides being a fan of cool tech, I've always had passion for good sound and music, and am often quite picky when it comes to choosing headphones. And in the past couple of years, we've witnessed the rise of wireless earphones and earbuds, and it feels like it's the best time ever to find a device that you're going to like a lot and it's not going to cost you a fortune. Sure, sometimes a premium device gives you better feeling, and even sometimes the single fact of owning expensive gear feels satisfying. But the point of the Soundsurge 90 is to bring the best possible quality at a price point for less than $70. I know, it's hard to believe, but after you hear the sound, you're gonna quickly figure out that the price difference to the $300 Sony XM3 and the Bose Quad Comfort series is kind of hard to explain from an average consumer standpoint. Apparently, the Soundsurge 90 is going to fight other budget models by Anker, Kowin and Tribit. And let's not waste any time and see what Taotronics have done in terms of hardware, and as usual for your convenience, links to these products are to be found in the description below the video. I need to first specify that the model appears to be a 2020 upgrade to the ultra-successful Soundsurge 60, so you're gonna find a lot of similarities, and as expected, it's an evolution in many ways. Arrives in a good-looking box, and comes with the accessory which I seem to appreciate the most, namely a hard carrying case. Right away, we notice that these headphones don't feel cheap. Two cables included, a stereo cable with 3.5mm jack, which we rarely see in these year's flagship phones, and, well, a micro USB cable, which is a little disappointing, a 2020 model with rather outdated charging standard. Okay, but we can live with that. Mostly because when you get in touch with the headphones, the surprise will be pleasant. Build quality is great for its price point. Of course, materials are not as premium as on the plastics used with the Sony XM3 or Bose models, but it doesn't feel cheap at all. Good news, folding mechanism, which looks fantastic. The slightly bad news, it is done out of plastic. It won't easily break, but it's one of the signs that in some areas the Soundsurge 90 well matches its price point. Technical specs: 40mm drivers, Bluetooth 5, 35 hours playback time, hybrid active noise cancelling, micro USB fast charging, and SBC and ANC protocol support. If you're not familiar with these specs, most of these are okay. Apparently some popular HD audio options are not present, but likely their absence will remain unnoticed if you're not an audiophile. The active noise cancelling is particularly interesting, and Taotronics claim it is spread up to 30 decibels, and in my opinion the ANC Performance is superb, among the absolute best in that price range. Feels almost as good as ANC working on high-end headphones, which is remarkable. With ANC on, playback time is up to 30 hours, and up to 35 hours without ANC. Both of these achievements are fantastic, and while I was unable to accurately measure the battery lifespan, the single fact I didn't have to recharge for a couple of weeks occasional listening makes me think that battery life is indeed great. Sound quality, it's good. Perhaps some people will consider it very good. I think it lacks a bit of fidelity. You can clearly hear bass, mids and highs. I wish the high frequencies were a bit more aggressive. The bass is great for hip-hop or club music with strong bass, but not as precise as the clarity achieved on some other headphones like the Space 2 by Musix that we have reviewed a few months ago on the channel. Don't get me wrong, the sound is rich on details, but some of the tones, especially the higher-end frequencies, are a little smashed. Sound-wise, the device is up to par with Tribit Quad Comfort, maybe even slightly better. Not as great as market leaders like Sony XM3, but certainly you're going to like a lot what you hear, especially knowing that they cost just a fraction of the price of more expensive similar headphones. If you wonder about disadvantages which you might encounter after such cost-saving purchase as compared to a premium headset, they are a few. We mentioned that the sound could have been better fine-tuned, and if you have equalizer on your phone, would be a great way to overcome major part of that limitation. They feel solid and very comfortable, but the earpad's leather is not superb, and I'm not too optimistic about its shape after months of using. Highest volume is not loud enough. There are no smart functions, no firmware updates. Sadly, they can work only with one Bluetooth device at a time. And of course, that micro USB port, which is hard to explain considering the overall fantastic performance. If you wonder about controls, I like that part the most. Button-based, multifunction button and power button at the same time, volume buttons and dedicated ANC switch with light indication, and hear that voice to keep you informed about battery status, connection status, and so on.
ANC off. ANC on.
Apparently, the different button combinations would switch between accepting calls, playing the next track, or calling up Google Assistant or whichever is configured on your smartphone. I very much like the Bluetooth operation. If you disconnect from the phone, it immediately informs you about that and goes into pairing mode, which often saves you a few seconds and some time when you're trying to switch to another device. The most appreciated battery feature? You get 2 hours of playback with only 5-minute charging, and the whole battery is recharged in only 45 minutes. So there we go, some mixed feelings, but the key takeaway here is that Taotronics have designed the Soundsurge 90 in a great way, and they're among the best choices for wireless Bluetooth headphones with well-working active noise cancelling for less than $70 in 2020, and I can confirm that they're an excellent choice for sports, entertainment, and thanks to the soft and comfortable design, especially for travel, if the last one returns to normal state someday. Well, with that being said, our job here is done. I would love to see what you think about the budget headphones in general, and is there a brand or model that you like a lot in particular? Should you decide to go for the Taotronics Soundsurge 90, please purchase them using the link in the description below and take advantage of the best deal I've found for you. If that video was useful, please support me. A thumb up is always welcome. And think about subscribing so that you don't miss the next episodes. I'm Michael, and I'm looking forward to see you soon. Bye!